Hey there, Matt the Mortgage Guy. In today's video, I want to talk about refinance or loan modification. As people are exiting forbearance, this is going to be a very popular question, a very popular topic. I've already advised dozens of my own clients on it, talked to dozens of my clients who have been through a loan modification with their current servicer. So in today's video, I just want to provide my intake, my insight, honest advice, whether or not you should refinance with a mortgage broker or a mortgage professional or do a loan modification through your servicer. Before I jump into the video, if you would do me a favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It's just such an easy job. It's all I ask. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I appreciate it. So without further ado, I'll jump into it. And first and foremost, the thing I want to make clear to everybody, if you're thinking about doing a loan modification, the person that you're going to talk to is your loan servicer, whoever is collecting your payments, whoever you talk to enter into forbearance. That is who is going to help you as you exit forbearance, create a game plan. You should always be talking to them. Even if you don't do a loan modification, they're the person you talk to. You exit forbearance, you figure out whether you're going to pay a lump sum, you're going to pay over the next 12 months, you're going to lump that what you owe on the back of your loan, or you're going to enter into some sort of loan modification. That's the time when you're going to do it more often than not, is when you're exiting forbearance. So that's one option. Another option is you exit forbearance and then you refinance your mortgage. And as always, I think on my channel, the reason this topic came up, somebody literally sent me an email, said, "I love your YouTube content. Keep up the good work. I'm in mortgage forbearance with a 30-year fixed rate at about 4%, perfect credit. They want to know whether they should resume their payments and do a refinance, or B, take advantage of the 40-year loan modification." And I feel like this is just such a common question. People are still in forbearance, but over the next 3, 6, 12 months, so many people are going to be exiting forbearance. They're going to be wondering, what is my best play? What should I be doing? And the thing I'll tell you, quite honestly, is I'm hearing a lot of good things about loan modification. I'm hearing about servicers who are bending over backwards, giving amazing terms to clients, reducing the interest rate, stretching your loan out to 40 years, stuff that quite honestly is going to be a better bet for a lot of people over refinancing. As a mortgage broker, I only get your business if you come to me for a refinance. Or, I work on purchases as well. But in this scenario, the only way I get business is if somebody is going to refinance. But what I'm telling you on this video is that refinancing isn't always your best option. What you should do is think about what your long-term goals are, what your plans are, and then with that information in mind, before you exit forbearance, before you talk to somebody from the company who's servicing your loan, think to yourself, what's most important to me? Is it most important to have a low payment? Is it most important to pay this loan off quick? Now that I am exiting forbearance, I'm in a good financial position. I've got a stable job and I know what my game plan is. Or do you have other goals like, I've got all this equity, I want to pull some cash out and I want to go invest this in real estate, or I want to pull some cash out and I want to do the home addition that I've always thought about doing, whatever that is, right? If you're clear about what your goals are, then you can talk to somebody who you like and trust to really guide you what your best option is moving forward. And some pros and cons real quick. Some pros about a loan modification is that there's terms that are available that aren't available out there to the general public. One of those being the 40-year term. You can't just go to a banker or broker and say, "Hey, I want to do a 40-year loan." Those things just don't exist. But if you're exiting forbearance and you've got a hardship and you tell the servicer, I need my payments to be more affordable, that is something that they are being forced to offer. And I say forced to offer because the CFPB and the government has told servicers, you have to work with borrowers. You have to, avoidable foreclosure. You need to, when you can, do what you can to make sure that we're avoiding the impact to communities, the impact to families, and the impact to the economy that all these foreclosures that happened 12, 13, 14 years ago caused to the economy, right? And so with that verbiage and that kind of stuff going out to servicers servicers are doing way more than they have ever done to make sure that they offer excellent terms. I've used this example before. I've got a client who talked to their servicer who said, sure, we can offer you that 40-year term. We'll take what you owe, those last 12 months of payments you didn't make, rather than put that on the back of the loan. Let's just pay off your first, pay off all those payments, wrap it all into one mortgage. We'll lower your interest rate down to a 3.125, and we'll offer you a 40-year term. Your new mortgage payment's going to be about $600 less than you were paying before. Now, for a lot of people, that is amazing. A little piece of warning: if this isn't a home that you're going to stay in over the next, I don't know, let's call it 5 or 7 years, be careful. Don't get lulled into this smaller mortgage payment knowing that you're going to upgrade in 5 years and then have that 5-year from now upgrade just be a huge payment shock, right? Where you just, for whatever reason, people kind of find a way to spend that extra money, right? So if you've got $600 more in your budget, you find a way to spend it, then you go in 5 years to upgrade it and can't seem to figure out where your boat is leaking. You might be in trouble. But that might be an example where for the loan modification, exiting forbearance is your best bet. There's going to be other people that say, no, I was in forbearance just as a precaution. My job is stable. Everything's good. I want to pay my loan off as soon as possible. And so they're going to exit forbearance. And in that position, you want to exit forbearance and then refinance. And maybe you'll consider refinancing into a 15-year term and getting that thing paid off a lot sooner, get a super low interest rate, sub 2.5%, whatever the current rate is, your credit score, your loan to value, your scenario, right? And so that's where I think it's going to be very scenario dependent. But just as broad advice to people, explore all your options when you have the option of loan modification, because it's something that is being offered, and what I'm seeing is that it's being offered with better terms than ever before. One major thing that I'm seeing and hearing from people is, will a loan modification hurt my credit? And I've seen both sides. I've seen some people say didn't affect my credit at all. I've seen other people, at least on online comments and stuff, commenting about how it has hurt their credit. So talk to your servicer about that as well. You want to make sure that they're not reporting it to the credit agencies as some sort of settlement, right? Because you don't necessarily want to have your credit negatively affected by this. Because of what was put into the CARES Act, if your forbearance was a result of COVID and some sort of financial hardship because of that, it should not affect your credit. So make sure that your servicer is aware of that, is aware of this was a hardship that was based on COVID-19, and therefore you don't want it to show up as a settlement. You just want to do a loan modification. You want to get the best terms possible and not have it affect your credit. That's another consideration as well when you're exiting forbearance. If they're willing to offer you a great loan modification program, and maybe over the last 12 or 18 months your credit has suffered because of missed payments on other credit and whatnot, if you're not in a position where you are able to refinance, then by all means, modification is going to be your best bet. Modification is going to be the best bet for a lot of people, I would imagine. And the only people that I'm going to be able to serve are the people that are going to say, you know what, I'm in a great position. My credit is great. I want to do a cash out refinance, or I want to do a refinance and shorten the term and pay it off quick. So those people that are on stable, good footing are more than likely the people that are going to come and do a refinance. Those that have suffered the most and had the most hardships, take the modification. Take a 40-year term, take a lower interest rate, take whatever you can and negotiate with the servicer. That is what they're being advised to do, is to help modify you to avoid foreclosure. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions at all, matt@mattthemortgageguy.com. If you're in California, this background website right here, greatmortgagebroker.com. This is a website I literally set up. You come here, you click. It's going to take you to this quick type form where you're going to see a video by yours truly. You're going to click a few buttons. What state are you looking to get a loan in? as you click these 6 buttons and you get through it, you're going to, let's say, Alaska, get to the end. It's only about 6 questions, I believe. And then once you're done, it's going to connect you with a great broker who's licensed to do business in the state that you're in. So take advantage of that. I did this just for the people that said, Matt, I wanted a broker in the state that I'm in that you like and trust, that you can refer to me. Well, here it is. So hopefully that was helpful. And any questions at all, again, matt@mattthemortgageguy.com. If you're inside of California, connect with a broker who I like and trust if you're outside of California. Thanks for watching.